Hello, Augies worldwide. I'm Dave Kassler, amateur radio call sign KE0OG, here with another episode of Ask Dave. In this episode, we're going to take a look at a Retevis radio. This radio came to me wrapped in this plastic from Amazon. Pretty hefty. This is a mobile radio, meaning it can go in your car or truck, or you can use it as your base radio at your home station. So I thought what we'd do today is the unboxing of it, and then the next video I'm going to do some testing of it with the testing on the oscilloscope and stuff like that. And then after that, I'll put up a video with some of the pros and cons of things that I find as I use it. I'm going to take it with me. I'm going down to Quartzsite. Quartzsite is a hamfest that is held in the Arizona desert, about 5 miles south of beautiful Quartzsite, Arizona. They call it Quartz Fest, and it's designed for people who like to bring their RVs or tents. And it's a week-long extravaganza. It's the same week as the annual RVers show down there, so we get to see that too. Plus, my wife has a sister who lives in Quartzsite, so we're in good shape. So let's take a look at this radio. This is the Retevis RT95. It's a 25-watt mobile, dual band. Okay, it's reasonably priced, but we'll just take this plastic off here. It's the first one of these radios that I've seen wrapped in plastic like that. Okay. Now, before we dig in, I'd like to pay a special thank you to Anthony Short. Anthony is my newest patron, and I want to say thank you for patronizing this channel. You too can become a patron for this channel by going to patreon.com/KE0OG and look for a way that works for you. So let's take this thing apart here. We've got a Retevis instruction manual, and let's see what we've got here. This entire thing is in English. Okay. Retevis and Radioddity, these guys are all associated with each other, have really worked hard on their manuals, and they're much better now. So here we go. Take this open. This is the radio, which has your classic lead on it. This is a little bigger than some of them I've seen. Okay, and you've got P2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 function buttons, and you can press on that and pick functions and so on. Okay, so this is the power cord. This is your classic power cord that goes down to the battery. Now, oddly enough, usually on these, there are 2 fuses, one in each leg, to put on the battery. That's because there is a use case in the automobile. If the regular DC negative ground were to become loose, you could find the entire car trying to put its grounded stuff through this wire, and that could blow it out. That's why there's usually another fuse here. In fact, I'm a little surprised that there isn't. But this is the cord right here. It attaches to this. And then there's another fuse right here. If you want to, you could take this off and put a power pole connector here, or I think I'd put the power pole connector on this and run it for a little ways. And the power pole connectors that go into the little power strips are usually fused. So you've got another source of protection there for you. So let's see what else we've got. These are mounting screws for the side over here. Okay, it's a bottom firing speaker. So it is designed for mobile use. Now this up here is an Anytone that I have designed for station use. It is a top firing speaker, but that's okay because I've left a little room up here too. If this were a bottom firing speaker like this, you could put in, look how similar those are. Okay, here is your microphone. The microphone has a gazillion buttons on it, and it's basically like what you would be using on a handheld, and you can use this. I would recommend that, because the buttons are so small, that you pull over to the side of the road while you use this. Okay, it's got a great big button for AB, so it can go between two frequencies back and forth. That just plugs in right there, and if you want to take it out, grip on the bottom. Grip the bottom and then pull it right out. You got to grip this little thing here, which bounces in and out. Okay, and oh, good. This comes with a programming cable. Now the programming cable goes in through the microphone connection. And then here is your mobile mount, which would go here. Okay, and that would hold the thing in place in your Jeep or truck or car or whatever you have. And you've got these are nice, these big knurled knobs. Let's open this up so that we can see these. If I can get a grip on this. Maybe I can't get a grip on it. My fingers are getting old. Okay, you have an extra fuse. You have little buttons you can use if you want to put on the side like this to keep it from scratching the color there. A couple lock washers for these. This is really nice because you can get these in, you know, with this thing right here. You can put these in, and oh. There we go. Just takes my old fingers a little while. But that puts it in, makes it easy to put in and out. There's also an extra fuse for it. Okay? Here is the programming cable. The software you will have to get off of the Retevis website. And we'll check in a moment to see if Chirp is up to date for this radio. Then this goes into the USB connector. Okay. So let's take a quick look at the instruction manual here. They've got the standard things that come in here. Adjusting screws, non-slip mat. Okay, optional accessories. An antenna is not an optional accessory, it's mandatory. Now, note here how they show two fuses where it connects to the battery. But that is what is not actually what's on the power cord. There's only one there. I think that's a mistake on their part, and I would suggest they fix that to meet industry standards. Okay, and you could use a regular power supply, okay, if you wanted to. Or you can shorten that quite a bit, which I would think I'm doing. Instructions for replacing the fusing. It's assuming an antenna here, okay? You can, if you want, use an accessory speaker. There's a jack on the back for an accessory speaker right there. And then the PL259 for the antenna. Now, as we get into here, it talks about the front panel, the rear panel, all of the different types of things that the microphone does and so on. So let's find out just, what the specifications are for this. It's usually toward the back here. Nope. It isn't. Those are the codes. Okay, in programming software, it tells you where to get the software and stuff. Keypad menu setup, DTMF settings. Okay, I'm looking for the specs. It's a 25-watt radio. Okay, and you can define the keys for anything that you want. Okay, and it's a 2-band radio. 145 is in the ham band, 431 is in the ham band. That's your 2 meters and 70 centimeters, okay? And it's got all the stuff in here, things that you can do. Now, this is not a digital radio. This is an AM, not AM, good grief. This is an FM radio. It'd be fun if it were AM, but it's not. Okay, so it's got this looks like a pretty thorough manual. So there you have it, a nice initial look at the RT95 by Retevis, a nice radio that can be used as AM, FM only. Something that I'm finding interesting as we see more Chinese radios coming through, more of them are just FM. They don't have DMR with them. Some do, of course. DMR is quite popular in certain areas. But it seems the ones that are selling the most are just the plain old FM 2 meter, 70 centimeter mobile rig. And I'm going to put one of these in my Jeep. We're going down to Quartz Fest. I'll be towing that behind the motorhome. So there you have it. A nice new radio, not terribly expensive. Let's just take a peek on Amazon. Retevis RT95. It's a nice radio. And it is $107. So you'll get free shipping with that. Free basic shipping. So there you have it. And if you have enjoyed my channel and enjoy the kinds of things that you find here, please think about becoming a patron or finding some other way to financially support this channel so that we can continue to bring these to you. We've got Aidan at the camera, and he's keeping things in shape here, and so there are expenses associated with running the channel. You can go to dcasler.com, DCASLER.com/support, and find a way that works for you. Until we next meet, 73.